ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon Ducks offense will get first crack at it today. Market for a veteran quarterback. You want a guy who can come in, command respect, immediately become the starter, and Jesse, they think they found him.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how he's going to perform today. I know he was really excited about this opportunity, and David, he chose this situation specifically because he believed it gave him the best chance to compete for a national championship and to have an opportunity to play at the next level. Now he's got to go show it, right? We've seen this guy play before. We've seen him have success. This is a big stage for him today.
No doubt. I think all eyeballs will be on him, right? Even his teammates. They're going to be watching every single move. He was the guy that was tough.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
The Volunteers offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And Jesse, if there is an old warhorse, a real war daddy of a training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make a connection. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. To the air, it's Singleton. Fakes the grab. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid... This one now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
It's complete on the right side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And he tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Flips it out to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Back to pass, it's Singleton. Finds his big tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Slides away. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. The Vols are flying down the field. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a fourth down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now the lead is down to 11. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UConn had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans in stores...
Touchdown, Oregon! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Here comes the heat. Got the back over the middle. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Right on target the first time, now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Are forced to settle for 3. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got the first down, looking for more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. Turning it on! He's up to 51 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. To the air on first down. He's going to run it. Inside the 40. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
Quarterback may change this route. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Hauls it in. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now...
Touchdown, Ducks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throw.
There he goes to the right. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set it down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snatches it on the right. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He's moving out of the pocket. Breaks into the open. And into the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback sneak trying to power his way ahead for a few. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. It's complete to the right. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Volunteers want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Quick tempo here for the offense. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Plucks it out of the air. Oh, what a cut! And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And that that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to take a shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Back to throw, it's Singleton. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, the give, looking for room. At the 40, there he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. He's got 93 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give out of the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Snap in the shotgun. Buying some time. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender.